Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are still here with our state rep, LaShawn Ford, on this second episode. In case those that haven't been watching TikTok, he has a TikTok out where he's asking, what do young people think? And there are some young people that are running from the mic. There are some people that take his phone and try to go crazy with it. But I will tell you this. He doesn't know how to work TikTok.
I don't know how to work.
He doesn't know how to work
You
TikTok.
just mad because you can't be interviewed on it.
Right.
It's for young people.
So I tried. He's like, no, this is not for you. I was like, well, let me let you know what I think. He didn't care.
No.
So today we got three guys that I'm going to turn it over to our state rep just to get like, what do young people think? Figure it all out. And let's kind of hear his challenge with them. So I'm turning it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Principal Anderson. I mean, I think this is important for you as a principal and for everybody, in America. We need to know what young people think. I mean, things have changed since I was a teacher.
Because they weren't born.
They were not born. And what I think we continue to try to just keep the same cookie cutter ways of doing things. But these young people are so much smarter than I was when I was their age. Literally. I mean, you guys are ready. Technology. I mean, you think more critically and you're just prepared. And the best thing that we could do is get out of your way and let you be great, and to find out what you think so that we can help you achieve your goals. And so, Principal Anderson, where do we go from here with these students?
Well, I think first we should kind of just let them know, just to put in perspective too, like things that they got at their age, that maybe things that we didn't have at their age, just so they would even kind of, like we had the Jordans, y'all didn't have a Jordan. Right.
Nah.
Right.
Y'all just heard about the Jordan. But we didn't have cell phones.
Guess what? It was a big deal for us to get encyclopedias.
Yeah.
You know what an encyclopedia is?
Yeah, my teacher told me.
Yeah, an encyclopedia.
And there used to be, that was a job that somebody would go door to door and they would
Yes,
sell
sell
encyclopedias. And then you would have to, the next year they would update, so you have to buy an updated version. So encyclopedias are just like, they're a rack of books. Or books, A to Z, and so anything you need to know that was with A, you would go through it. So we didn't have Google,
right?
So you use the encyclopedia to look up.
They force you to buy one every year.
Every year, if you can afford it.
That's good capitalism.
People actually would take credit out to buy encyclopedias for their kids.
Because that was the only way we could learn.
The only way you could learn.
Because we didn't have. Think about it. If you didn't have Google, and you do all these Google searches, how would you find out any information? We had to go to our encyclopedias. What else is different? Then we'll let them talk.
I would say that when a dictionary, they still use dictionaries?
Yeah.
Okay, so you still use dictionaries.
Not heavily, though. Right now.
What about in the library to go look through the periodic catalog?
My library, we was on computers.
So, you remember we used to go to the card and then have to go walk and find the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, my library, when I was in the library, they made us like listen to books on the computer and stuff. We ain't never go find a book and actually read it.
So when you listen to it on the book, were you reading along on the computer?
No, I just listen along.
My school, like we have. Oh, you talking about school or just regular library?
Libraries,
I ain't really go to no regular library until I was like a kid.
See that?
During school,
you don't have to.
We go to libraries during school, right? It's like a library in our school, and they would like tell us to call us up and read books. We gotta read like 3 books every week. So yeah, we.
So did you read a hard book?
Yeah, a hardcover book, not no computer ebook.
You remember the typewriter?
Oh yeah, do you guys know anything about the typewriter?
Yeah.
I used to have.
Wait, what do y'all know about the typewriter?
It's like you gotta it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a metal thing. You gotta type on it, and it like type it out, and it goes on paper. It's like ink on paper. Type on ink.
Man, we had to type 30, 40, 50 pages on a typewriter. And remember you made a mistake?
Yeah.
And it was so good when they had it. You can't erase it.
Couldn't erase it. Well, some typewriters got fancy where you can backtrack.
When it got back,
and it did the white out on it. Then you go back. But by the time you finish, if you finished and you're like, I'm done, and you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to put that. You would try to put a little period or something.
But what about if once you proofread it?
Yeah.
And it's like, that is just not right. You got to type the whole thing over.
So funny story is I taught typing.
Did you really? Oh, so what? I I think I may have gotten up to 45.
I taught
Words per
typing
minute.
because
Yeah.
there was no such thing
That's
as
it.
computers.
I don't think I got up to more than 45. I got the minimum that I needed to graduate. I mean, because 50 is a lot. 60
have to
is
really
a
be
lot.
It's
moving
kind of
your hand.
easy though.
But
like,
now
the
you guys
shortcuts.
don't even know anything about the homeroom key.
Right.
Nah.
that?
Wait, the home.
Put
you
your
talking
finger
about,
up.
Yeah, I know. Like, put your like.
Yeah.
It's like a little thing
It-
under the E, and then the J.
Well,
I think,
this
each
right
side.
here.
No, it's
Not
yeah,
E. I mean, it's like you know, it's like the little dash under the in the letter.
I can't remember the letters.
It's ASDF.
Right, it's F. Like
G.
they got the little.
So
the
your
little
hands
bump.
are here,
You got
and
a
then
little
that's how
bump.
you know how to type from.
Yeah,
hit
the
the
F
space
got
bar
like
with
a
your
bump
thumb.
on it. Like, you
Now
can
I'm
feel
good
it.
at that. I really know how to type without looking at the key.
Right. But
The
you guys
keys.
can't do that, can you?
I can.
I
do that.
can.
'Cause
I
my-
learned it in school.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
My I think it was like my reading teacher. Like she taught us like how to, like type. Like it was this app like that we type.
Oh, so I am.
Nice.
Yeah. It was
Nah,
an
I ain't
app that
never
we
had
type.
You
So
never
how do
had
you type right now? With one finger?
I look, yeah, I look at
And
it
you look and type. Oh,
Yeah.
you gonna type real slow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the bell's about to ring in a second.
I'm
But
getting ready to lose them?
no, you're not really losing.
All right.
But before it rings, I wanted to at least let. Are we doing a subject or are we just letting them do?
So I would think, what are you? I would say a subject on America. What do you think about America as a black young male? How do you feel as a black young male in America? I know you have a safety net here.
That's such a big one.
Right, it's a big one. You have a safety net here because you have a school of people that love you. When you leave this school, do you feel safe as a black male?
Nah, I think it's too much freedom.
Too much freedom. So what do young people think? You think it's too much freedom?
Yeah, we like able to do too much stuff like we shouldn't be able to. Especially like people with other ethnicities and like races, they able to do too much stuff to us and then not get no punishment. And like the law system also, I think it's corrupt too, cause they'll just look at you and like they'll view you as a black man who's like a bad person, a gangster.
Oh, just because you're black.
Just because you black or you got dreads or you got tattoos, even with job interviews, if you got tattoos, they less like depict you, especially if you're black.
Principal Anderson, I am so happy to know that he's conscious because I have talked to people that's African-American black that say that there's no racism in America. And you're conscious, you know that all things are not fair. What about you?
So I feel like what was your question again?
So what do you feel about America as a black male in America?
So I feel like in here I'm safe, but like out there like innocent people like be getting hurt like for no reason. Like a couple days ago, like a baby got hurt inside the car, just like sitting inside the car, like, and she had nothing to do with anything. So like I feel like it's not safe. Like so yeah.
Yeah, so you think that we need to be America, and especially for black males. Is it tougher for a black male than a black female?
Yeah, it's tough.
It is. Why do you think so? And what do you think?
I think like I don't know. I feel like some black males don't really have a father figure sometimes, and they like to show them the way or show them something. So like they usually just like grow up going outside or around other grown guys that probably just don't like. They probably just do. I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's true. So you think
So
that
they
there are
trying
no
to find
guys?
their way.
yeah.
That you think that's a big problem? That why some black males they really don't know how to be a strong black male because they don't have the role models.
Yeah, they don't have no role model.
But you got teachers here, principal. You know, I think we have to realize that we always have someone that we could look up to. I never knew my biological father. So that's a big deal. I want everybody to know that just because you don't know your biological father doesn't mean that there can't be a special person that can help you through your trials.
But also, like, it's your society too, and like your like people who influence you, like it can out influence the good people, like bad influences, like people like your age, like your peers, that could be like bad influence on your life. Like even though Mr. Anderson can be a good influence on my life, I'm not around him all the time. I'm around my peers most of the time, so they're gonna influence me more than like my teachers or my role models.
I'm telling you, conscious. These young people are conscious to know that their peers that they have to pick and choose the right people to be around.
So I'm gonna let you talk because I know you want to say something. I can see it all in your eyes. But we used to call that code switch. So what will happen is when we were around certain people, we act this way, and when we're around certain people, we act this way.
Right.
I do that too.
Yes,
And so
that's
we were
good.
all a part of code switching because that was the way. So when we were in the streets, you know, we had to act a certain way. When we were in school, we had to act a certain way. When we were around our parents, we had to, because that was all part of the code switch. Go ahead. I knew you was going to say.
Okay, so I agree with both of y'all. So basically, like what they saying is like people like they'll look up to people say that I'm around you every day. No, say that I'm around like other people every day, like somebody like a father or something like that. So say I don't got no father or whatever, and that's when like, and he doing stuff bad whatever. No, wait, hold on. So say I don't got no father or whatever, and that's when like I'm looking at like say I'm looking at the person who be like doing stuff like they don't supposed to be doing whatever. Then I come around y'all. Like I'm look up to y'all, but at the same time I'm look at him because like I'm around him every day and stuff like that. So basically like I'm gonna like basically do what he doing because like I see him doing it and stuff like that. So yeah.
So being a follower,
Right,
you know, you spoke of something that we learn, a code switch. Is that negative or is that the way to be? Can you? What I'm just
I
going to
think
be
you
who I
have
am.
to code switch in order to. I think you in code switch you still have to be your authentic self. So I'm not taking that away, but I think sometimes you have to be able to adjust to the environment that you put in.
I think that's so important. You know why I think that's important to teach code switching? Because when I see our black young people in the public is for everybody to enjoy, right? And so this is the time to code switch. When you see people downtown or in your neighborhood doing things that interrupt peace of others, that's not the right behavior because, you know, you should code switch because you're in the public. I mean, I don't understand. What do you, I mean, do y'all want to talk about that code switch?
Yeah, I agree with I agree with you saying like this is like I think this like a couple. I think this like a week ago. Like a lot of kids like you probably heard about it, like a lot of kids was like downtown like doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing like knowing like they used to like
Christmas lights.
Yeah, the Christmas light.
Oh yeah.
Like it was families out there that was trying to have fun. That's when it was like other kids like out there just doing stuff like no home training and stuff like that. So yeah.
So there's a time and a place and a way to act. Like if I go to a restaurant or if I'm with my friends or family, don't you want peace, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I also think code switching is like a defense mechanism. Cause like if you act like a certain way around your peers, like they might think you weird or something. Like that's why you gotta adapt to your environment so you can like better survive using those like. But then when you around like people like you, like teachers, political people, or like you adults, or you just outside in public, I think you should act like a different way. Cause like you adapted to your environment. You gotta act different.
That's
you know?
amazing that
More
you all
class
know
and more
this.
manners and stuff.
Yeah, have a mannerism. Yeah.
No, I think all that's important. I think the question that lingers for me is if you were to meet, and I won't even use myself or state rep, but if you were to meet somebody and you're like, man, that guy really has, that adult male has it really together. I wish they were mentor me. I wish I can be around them more. I wish I can get to know them more just to kind of understand. Would you go up to them and say, hey, would you consider mentoring me? Or, hey, I really want to learn more about you. Or would you just hope it happens?
I'm probably the latter one. I hope it happens, cause like sometimes like I might be nervous, cause you know I don't know how they think. They probably don't even know me, so I'm just randomly going up to a person asking them to mentor me. Like if I was them, like you putting myself in their shoes, I'd probably think that's weird, cause I don't know you at all, and then you just coming up to me.
But if you've
asking
been
me to
watching
mentor.
me and all of a sudden you're like, man, I want to get to know him better because I think he could really help me to where I want to go.
Right then, yeah,
You
I
wouldn't
like.
do it?
No, I definitely would. Like if I think it's like
But it would still feel weird to you.
event, it's definitely feel weird.
Would you do
but-
it?
Yeah, I probably would do probably I ask the person like what you do in life, like stuff like that. So basically like I try to get to know him, then ask him the question like if I see they doing good in life, then I ask him like can you help me get to where you at basically. So yeah.
Yeah.
Prince, what do you?
What I'm thinking, like, I would go up to somebody because, like, if I know it's something that I really want and I know I really want it, I go up there and ask them because, like, I want to see me there and I want to see me being great too. So I would.
So the principle, I'm telling you, that's another big topic to discuss about having a mentor. It's important to have a mentor.
Absolutely.
And people grow up and they live forever and they never have a mentor. the advantage of having a mentor in life?
Somebody to look up to, like, that you closely like can talk to every day, and they give you like advice.
Well, how could they help you with the
Like-
advice? Yeah.
Like somebody with guidance, like that could just show you the way to like do things correctly, and just show you like when you do, like if you finna take this path, this
Right
how it's
on.
gonna be. It's gonna be hard times and it's gonna be good times, but you just gotta deal with it.
That's right.
So when I was little, like I was going to this church or whatever. Like me and my cousin them, like we had like a mentor. Like he was like taking us like places, like cause this was like it was like a lot of stuff going on. So that's when like he was just like coming to get us every week, like to take us to places like that we never been before. So like to show us like around.
So like exposure.
Yeah. So stuff like that.
That's major.
I also think like it's somebody you could be comfortable around, cause like with your parents you might not want to tell them some stuff, cause you think like it's too much repercussions, but with your mentor, like you could tell them a lot of things that you can't tell your parents or people around you. It's like it might be embarrassing.
Right.
Then your mentor can tell you how to deal with it, tell you who to call, like who to help. Like that's why I also think it's another advantage of having a mentor.
So here's the tough question: do you guys have mentors?
No.
So we need to work on that.
Yeah.
But have you seen somebody that you're like, I would love for them to mentor me?
Yeah.
Good.
But you haven't asked. So now y'all got an assignment. Find that
And
person
he
and ask.
understands why it's important. They understand because they said it could prevent us from going down the wrong path. That's huge. You know, and it puts you at an advantage over people your age when you have wisdom helping you along the way. That's huge. Yeah. And I did want to go back, Principal Anderson, to code switching and them sending a message about it's right to code switch. I mean, when you hit that code switch, and that was huge, because why do people think that it's okay to interrupt people's peace? Thank you. I mean, could y'all talk to you?
I don't think they think it's okay. I think they just haven't thought it through or even care. The fact that I interrupt somebody else's peace,
Right.
because if I'm interrupting somebody else's peace, that means I don't have peace.
Right.
And so if I don't have peace and don't understand peace, how can I expect somebody else to see the value in it?
Or they probably people probably like interrupt their piece, or probably they doing it like to the next person. You feel like stuff like that. So yeah.
I also think like people let their emotions outweigh their intelligence. So like when they like know it's bad, like they doing something bad, they don't
get
care.
wrapped
Like
in
they'll let
emotion.
their emotions take over instead of using their intelligence to know that it's too
I
many-
want that on a fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Say it again. Like, don't let your emotions
outweigh your intelligence.
outweigh your
Ooh.
intelligence.
Look at this.
That's a fortune
That
cookie.
is a fortune cookie. That's probably one of the
If
deepest
I go to
things.
Panda Express today and open up my fortune cookie, hey, Wiggins, and it says, don't let your emotions outweigh your intelligence, I'm parking the car. I'm done.
He
I'm
might
done.
have beat mine.
Yeah.
You know, what about this one? What do you all think about the incident where the young people attacked the family?
Oh,
So
when
we're
they
not
attack
talking
that
about
lady.
that one.
Wait, what incident?
Well, because you know what? We haven't talked about it because we don't know the full story.
Right. Okay. We know. Yeah.
So we saw like that part, but like even for me here, and like if these two got into a fight,
Yes.
right? What I see is a fight.
Right.
But my question is never about y'all fighting. My question is all about how did we get here?
That's right.
Because
Boy.
once we talk about how we got here, we can talk about the steps we could have done to prevent it so we can stop it from happening again.
Well-
and I think that that's a lot that happens with restorative. So that's what we try to really push at the school, restorative, because if I can help you understand that restorative, code switching,
Yeah.
stepping on someone else's piece, and now that I got this new phrase, not letting your emotions outweigh your intelligence,
Man.
we could go a long way.
You know, I'm getting ready to. What you call that? Patent it.
Yeah, no, I'm
You gonna
get-
sue me? Thank you for
So-
diverting that to where
But
we
that's
should
what
be
I would
talking
say.
about.
I would say that it really should be around how did we get here and how did we prevent this? Because there's so many steps that like people see like, oh, that school's bad. They just had this happen, or this place is bad. This happened. But did it really just happen, or was some things that happened that add up that maybe we could have prevented, or maybe there were some things that led up to it? That's just the out result of
So,
it.
and that's why I think this is a good point to bring in bullying. What does bullying look like? I mean, you know what? When I was their age, man, it was rough being a male at that all boys school. I mean, we talked about each other. We would do all sorts of things to each other, and it was a different
It was
day.
almost like the rite of passage.
Yeah, but what is bullying
I
today?
think when we talk about bullying today, I just really think it goes back to not letting people be free to do what who they are, letting people. So I say that because we have a podcast that Christian and Wiggins are on, and the title of the podcast is the kindness challenge. Mm-hmm. So we're doing a whole thing where we challenge each other to be kind. And I think a lot of times we forget the kindness that we can bring to others and that others can bring to us because we're too busy trying to make people fit into our mold. Or
that's what it is.
The thing for guys is we always have this contest to see who's the best jock or who's the bigger whatever. And so we forget about that maybe he's not an athlete and maybe I am. That doesn't make him less of a man or anything. And I shouldn't make him feel less because he can't do a three. Right. A 3-shot, and I can't.
You told me you could play.
I can play.
Why you say he can't?
You using him as an example.
No, I wasn't using him as an example. I've seen him play.
Nah, he just shoot on the team.
No, I've seen him. He misses a lot.
He just shooter. Yeah, he ain't shoot on the team.
No, but that's why that's important because how do we support everybody no matter what their ethnicity, their differences, their likes, their dislikes? How do we learn how to get along to be a better people?
You using your education to control this conversation the right way.
I don't know if that's what I'm doing.
You really did, because it's not about the fact that people are doing. It's about having the right environment and just treating everybody right.
It's
that's
about
good.
acceptance.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden, it was weird for somebody to come with their hair twisted or somebody with dreads, then that's what they came in. I have to accept them.
Right.
If somebody came with a nose ring, I have to accept them because that's them. And what I say to people all the time is, you don't know what it took for that person to put that on to make them feel good about themselves for you to tear them down.
Right.
So I think about that, especially for some of our young ladies who may come to school and somebody say, oh, look at that. Her this is wrong, or his pants too tight, or her pants too loose, or his pants. You don't know what it took for them to get up, get out of the bed, and even feel good to say, I can do this, for somebody to talk about them and make them feel less than. And now I don't want to go back because it didn't feel good about that.
What you do to other people by how you treat them. Yeah, that's good.
And so one of the things that I would say, especially for me here, is my goal is always when someone is in my presence, that when they leave better than they were when they came.
Y'all do that?
Definitely.
That's great.
Because even if it's like for example, I've been looking for you, but not telling people I'm looking for you, right? Mm-hmm. But you would have never known I was looking for you because every time you walk by, I'm still speaking, touching you, grab you, right? Regardless, because, and there's really no one can, I'm always like, that's my kid, that's my child, who messing with? Because I just claim them all. And so the goal is, I don't want any student or any staff member to come here and feel like nobody saw me. It's important to be seen.
Yeah.
And to feel seen and respected. Yeah.
For who you are.
Yeah. And who am I to say that because you got purple and red on, purple and black on, or all black on, that, that's the wrong thing. You don't know what it took for me to put this on and get here.
Right.
You don't know, like, the buses I had to take, or the people I had to pass, or the shootings, or the crimes, or the whatever that I had to pass to get here. And now that I'm here, you're going to make me feel bad about being here?
And then you do it, and then I'm going to be a follower. And now I'm going to join in on it? Yeah. You can't do that.
Polo would say conform.
Conform.
Y'all still going to try to throw Polo out because now y'all trying to make him seem like this great teacher.
Big words.
What's with that? That's
So Polo, he was teaching us about like society and stuff, and he was telling us like how people can conform into society and like want to change, and like they see everybody wearing Nikes, they come in with Adidas. People make fun of them. Now they go to Nike because they don't want to wear the Adidas no more because people made fun of them for wearing Adidas, knowing that Nike is like the hottest thing out right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, I can't afford Nike or Adidas.
Right.
Also, conditioning, like Polo taught us that. Like people think condition your brain to think a certain way. Bro, give Polo some props. Props to Polo. But like he told us, like conditioning, people will like condition us to think a certain way about things, like about society and stuff like that. Like he'll tell us like you know, like what Jamari just said, using his same example. Like if somebody make fun of you about wearing Adidas because Nike better, they gonna condition you to talk about everybody else about who's wearing Adidas because they think Nike better now.
Mm-hmm.
They change their whole mindset just because somebody else conditioning you. But also conditioning also not a bad thing though, because your parents condition you on good things like when you were a kid about like religion and all that other type of stuff. So conditioning is like a two-way
and stuff, like opening the door for people. Like my mom used to tell me to open the door for people because like she just conditioned me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So another episode down. Awesome conversation. Thank you, man.
You know, I didn't know you were this deep. I didn't know you had all this. I knew you were a smart person, but now I know that you really know. You're not just a principal here. You are even a counselor.
Well, I used to be a counselor.
Yeah, I could see how you have the students in the right mind frame when they come here and when they leave. I know students that used to go to this school. They're different than students that go other places. So
I would tell you this though too. This is so everybody knows that Michele Clark was opened in 1972.
That's when I was born.
Okay, I wasn't here, but in 1972, it opened as a middle school. So real quick, everybody's like, you hear all these people talk about they went to Michele Clark, but it was a middle school.
My mom went to Michele Clark in
Really?
middle school.
Right.
Sixth grade, yeah.
Yeah. So it went 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Did you teach his mother?
She went to Weston House.
Yeah, I had your mom too. Yeah, I had his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 2006 was the first high school graduating class.
Wow.
So technically, Michele Clark is now, this class that graduates in 2026 will be the 20th year as a high school. So we've only been a high school for 20 years.
When did you become? What was your first? Was it?
So I've been here 11 years.
Okay, so you
I've
weren't
been
the first.
the 10, but I'm actually the 6th principal of Michele Clark.
You know, I know we're going to close out, but I do need to know what these students wish government would do for this school.
Oh.
So, I mean, I'm a state rep. I need to go back and say that I met with the students and they told me what they're thinking is the state need to do more for Michele Clark. And what is it that we need to do more of?
I think that like the state, like viewing from political aspect, like
things to make the school competitive, even more competitive
for
with
Michele
your
Clark.
peers.
Well, I think just in general, like the state, like, cause you know, like older people, they got more political power, like they got more votes. So I think they like siding more towards the older people. They give more benefits to the older people instead of the younger generation. But I think low key they should give us more benefits, like give us a little more freedom. Cause like, you know, when we grow up, we gonna be able to vote. So like when older people, like they gonna stop voting because they already think it's a bad government, so they gonna stop voting. But when we grow up, it's gonna be like all the young kids gonna start voting. So when we vote for the right person, they should like the right person should like give us more benefits and stuff.
Benefits. What about structural things and like if we had to spend money on this school, what would you all say the state need to spend more money on at this school?
A new basketball gym.
I knew that's
a
what you
new
was getting at.
basketball
Yeah,
gym.
basketball.
What's wrong with your gym?
Like
Cafeteria
everybody
food,
go, like it's like we have one gym and it's small. Everybody going there. So just imagine on game day, like our court just look dirty.
All right.
So I will say in that, yes, a new gym. It's the same gym from 1972. And so it's the gym when we were in middle school. So what you got to think about is over the 11 years that I've been here, I've been changing stuff to make it look more high school. But there's some things you can't just say, boom, there's more room, here's a gym. So the gym is really a middle school 6th, 7th, and 8th grade gym. So if you compared our gym to some of elementary schools, you'll be like, oh, yeah, it fits. If you compare our gym to high schools, you'll be like, what is going on?
Oh, so that's one. What's another thing?
Food.
Food? You want
Cafeteria food.
another cafeteria? Well, that's something that we could deal with, and your principal's got that.
They're going to keep eating them bologna sandwiches.
Right.
No way. No.
Better food.
We actually have worked out. It's just right now because of cuts, but we just got our whole lunchroom remodeled and everything. So we have pizza makers, pretzel, but now we have to get through this budget crisis to get those people back to help.
So
with that.
we need to make sure more money is geared towards so that you got better food. It's always been that case, but we need to. First Lady Michelle Obama talked about that. Is that she needed to make sure you have healthy choices in the school, better lunches for students. What else?
I feel like that we should like have like probably like more teachers or something like that. Like if we could have like other programs, like different programs.
Very
like
nice. What does that look like, Principal
So
Anderson?
for us, that looks like right now CPS has been on a freeze, so that you're able to do programming. So right now, the programs that we are really excelling in, number one is our IB, STEM. Our JROTC is doing fantastic. We're about to open up dual credits for JROTC, which will give them, even if they decide to do it for the 4 years and then go on to college, they'll automatically go in, with rank. And then our early college has been doing fantastic. We just had 13 graduate with their associate's degree. This year we're going to have about 4, but the next year we're going to have about 20 because we've kind of learned the formula. And so they are now working into their college. Like these young men will be offered college classes in the summer to start working on their dual credit. His brother just graduated with his associates, and he is now at Northern as a junior.
Wow. Happened right here.
It happened right here.
I want to know, that's huge. Everything that you all are saying and advocating for your school, what program do you want to see here?
Probably like
but you know that there are some programs that
probably like builder programs, like under like building programs.
Okay, like what would that
and
be?
And so
Something like,
I'll tell you some of the other programs that people don't always see, not necessarily because we don't talk about it, but they don't see it until like their junior, senior year. We work with the plumbers. Okay. So we have trades. So we have like 3 students that are in the plumbers program right now, 3 males. We also work with a group nails. So they start freshman year where kids can get in and start working on nails. And in that nail piece is communication. It's presenting themselves, making with clients. And if they stay with it for the 4 years, they'll already have finished most of their hours. So then they could go right into taking their test and start moving into that. The other thing that we've been kind of going with Malcolm X is we're working through their program of CNA. So that once they graduate, even if they graduate with their associates or not associates, they can graduate with their CNA.
They have a credential.
And then also Malcolm X has it's an athletic where you can become a personal trainer.
Oh, nice.
And so they can get their certification on personal training as well.
The one that I want to know is driver's ed.
Yeah.
Driver's ed. I was gonna say that.
How did we get driver's ed here?
So we have the class, we just don't have the cars. So to get the cars is a whole nother thing with CPS. We would probably have to have a lot for it. It's a lot of other, they just send kids to those. So I think sometimes that is a barrier for students because after you pass the test, then to go to try to get into a certain school, they're going to put their kids first.
Oh, so you do give them the written test.
We give them
they just
all
can't
the,
get the road.
They have to get the practice by going to one of the schools that have
and they have to be accepted. And that's a lot to get the cars here. That's a whole program.
Yeah, that's a whole,
Well, I think that I would like to talk about that gym. You think you guys are ready to fight and advocate for that gym? I mean, do we know how much it'll cost, and do you have a land to put it?
Right.
So we have some ideas.
You talked about this for many years.
I've talked about this for many years.
And now it means more to me since the student said. I know you've been asking me for years to help you with a gym, but it means more now that they said it. I'm sorry, Mr.
I know. When I was saying it was like, it was Charlie Brown's teacher.
Right,
Y'all know Charlie Brown teacher, right?
Yeah.
What you don't?
Charlie Brown.
The teacher would say, wow. That's how it sounded this year with that. All right, guys, we got to go.
But how much?
You want me to say it on the air?
Yeah, how much do we need to?
So,
you do have space.
I do have it. I need to go over with you, but I can't remember the exact number because I have it written down because I keep balancing back and forth.
But we have space to do it.
We have some ideas of how to do it.
Are they ready to fight for it?
Yeah.
This could be a legacy for this year. Let's do it.
I'm down for it.
Okay.
Also, I've never ran from a fight.
All right.
One last thing, I think we need like internships to help us like for future jobs, like roles like entrepreneurships, or investing, like things like that. 'Cause I don't think we got no programs for that here.
Yeah, so we do a couple after school programs that we trying to get back now. It's just a lot is with funding.
Yep.
But we used to do one where they did investment, where you go to the class and just invest. They teach you all about investments. And it was there's another one where we did some different things where you would just learn about community history, all of those things too. So we also have the after school program right now. You guys are all Spanish or French?
I'm Spanish.
So French, and it's Spanish too, but Mr. Smith has an after school program where he's taking kids on trip. It's our out of school time, but he's also doing a lot just to expose you to things outside of here with that language.
Is there anything for like political things, like any after school thing for political to learn about that field?
You know what? That's a good
Civics.
question for civics, but it's not after school.
Oh,
It's
after
that's
school.
one of the classes they take in their senior year.
Oh, you say for after school?
Yeah, to like learn more like internships, stuff like that. It's like when you like,
So
go
we
future
need to
road.
work on that because we can even do some things. I know at one point we used to send students to some of the different offices and spend
that's
a day.
smart. Yeah.
So they can kind of learn some of the things or shadow like a rep or something
Yeah.
like that.
You
too.
guys have to put that program together, that internship with political offices or official offices, like
because you got like
Congressman
your
Davis.
alderman,
Yeah.
you got your congressman, you got your state rep, you have Kimberly Lightford.
Yeah.
So your senator, you got quite a few people that know Michele Clark and wouldn't be like opposed to doing any of that. So anybody who's interested, just let me know.
Yeah, we got to put it together though.
All right, we out of time. That's time. I'm like, time. All right, so on behalf of Michele Clark, this is Principal Anderson.
Clark out.
Clark out.
Work out.
All right. Eagles, y'all.